Hello, and welcome to part 19 of the series. This video will be an Endstone mining guide. For a while, Endstone mining has been my main money-making method. I haven't done it in a little bit, but Endstone mining is the only reason I was able to get those two items in the last video. So, let's get into it. So, for your tree, you need 6.8 million mithril powder and 4.6 million gemstone powder. That is the minimum powder you're going to need. So, because your tree doesn't need to look like this, you can go for mining speed, fortune, efficient miner, and mole, and then you can go left all the way to old school. If you have the spare tokens, get sky mole. It's nice for the extra fortune every now and again. And if you also have the extra tokens, you can go for season minement. It's just nice for leveling pets, not needed at all for the method. And once you get to core of the mountain, you're gonna buy pretty much this full row. You need maniac miner and you need blockhead, and then you can just get fortune minement there. Nothing else matters. If you do end up going for season minement, you will need more gemstone powder, so keep that in mind. Also, the reason why the mithril powder is so low is because you don't need mining speed. Of course, you do need mining speed, but you only need 1801 mining speed to insta-mine Endstone. Most of you will have that without needing any perks in the tree, so you can just completely skip the first mining speed and instead go for mining fortune and efficient miner. I just have my tree like this because it's convenient. I have like every pickaxe ability. It's very nice. I don't have to reset my tree constantly. So of course we're using the maniac miner method, and for this you need intelligence. And because we plan to use blue cheese goblin omelet on a second row, we need 1400 intelligence. So to reach 1400 intelligence, you can obviously have wisdom 5 on every single one of your pieces of armor. And you can also have your talisman bag power as bizarre or sighted. And also don't forget your tuning points can also be intelligence. So now we're going to talk about gear. Of course you're going to want to be in glossy mineral, but you can use mineral armor instead if you don't have the money. It won't be as high as what I make, but it'll still be okay. For my equipment, this is what we're rocking with. Of course, Iron Man player, so I don't have the best equipment. Instead of using an ancient cloak though, you can use a dragon fade cloak. A dragon fade cloak gives free time stats while in the end. The reason I don't have it is because of the ritual residue. I'm so close. I just need one more, but they're such a pain to get. Of course, you don't need to recom your equipment. I'm pretty sure the recom only gives me like a 1 extra fortune. Now we're going to talk about drills. So of course, preferably you would have a Devonstro, but you can get away with having a 655. Make sure you have the fleet reforge on the drill, whatever type of drill you use. Now, of course, in your 5th gemstone slot, you can also take out the topaz slot and put a jade in there instead for more fortune. But this is pretty much how you want your drill to look. You want a perfectly cut fuel tank because you go through fuel very quickly. You want a Sunnyside Goblin Egg Pot on your drill for the 50 mining fortune. And on your second drill, you want a perfectly cut fuel tank for the 10% pickaxe ability cooldown. And of course, you want that blue cheese goblin omelet part. You can also use Filet Fortune for 20 extra mining fortune. You can buy them at the tavern at the Dwarven Village. Now we're going to talk about pet rules. You need a black cat, an endermite pet, and a bow pet. Bow pet for the pickaxe ability cooldown. Endermite pet for money, and black cat for speed. This method does not need a black cat, so if you don't have one or if you don't have the pet rules, you can just use endermite and bow pet. That's all you need. But just keep in mind, if you don't have the black cat, you won't be making 32 mil an hour. Your pet items are going to be Minos relic on the black cat or a spooky cupcake. Your endermite pet is going to be bejeweled collar or quick claw, and your pet item on the bow doesn't matter at all. Your pet rules are going to look like this. You throw a fishing hook and your bow pet comes out. You gain mining XP and your black cat comes out. You gain mining XP and your endermite pet comes out. Out of the 2 mining XP rules, make sure the black cat is always first, and make sure you add rule exceptions so you can have multiple mining XP rules. All you do is click add rule exception, go onto pets, and click a pet that you will never have active. I normally like to choose rock pet because I'm never going to use a rock pet, but there's so many others. Alright, hear me out for just a second. You're already over halfway into the video. You're probably enjoying the video, let's be honest. You should like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 2.5k subscribers by the end of November, and every subscriber helps. Please subscribe. We also have a Discord that'll be in the pinned comment, and we have a guild. Requirements will be in the description. But that's enough yapping, back to the video. Now, I haven't really touched the foraging update, so I haven't maxed out my attributes. But there is some attributes like Mossy Box that do give you block fortune. Mossy Box gives you 50 block fortune, and you can also get other attributes that upgrade this attribute. There is Echo of Boxes and Echo of Echoes. Those 3 attributes give you more block fortune. So I like to fly up a little bit just to make sure no one's here mining Endstone, but this is the location we're going to be mining. So I'm going to quickly talk about drill swapping. You want to hold your main drill, then go to your second drill, use the ability and swap back under a second. So I'm going to show it now, but fast. Just like so. And if you're doing it right, your black cat will be first. So sometimes when the TPS is bad, you end up catching yourself just like I am here. So if this is happening, I would recommend swapping lobby. But this is the method, it's nothing hard. When you mine Endstone, your inventory fills up so fast that the items end up going into your pickup stash. So it's very important to have as many mining sacks as you can, because when you end up mining for 5 hours, 6 hours at one time, your pickup stash fills up a lot. So that's why I have a ton of mining sacks here, and I have a ton of mining sacks here. So when I'm done mining, I just pull out my mining sacks from my ender chest, and then I type in recipe Endstone. Then I just click enchanted Endstone, shift click this, and then I can turn all of the Endstone I've mined into enchanted. And the way you do it with your pickup stash is you just click here, and then you click into your pickup stash, and then you just click insert into sacks. So that's how you turn all your Endstone into enchanted very fast. Now I need to talk about selling. So when you're selling, you want to lock your slot and make sure there's enchanted Endstone in there. And then if we just pull out some enchanted Endstone from our sack, you're going to want to shift click onto that locked slot. And what that will do is allow you to sell multiple stacks very quickly. So as you can see, in just 1 or 2 seconds, I end up selling the whole inventory. For the slot lock-in mod, I just use Badline Client. I'm not entirely sure what other mods do have slot lock-in. So if you don't want to use Badline Client, you'll have to use something else. I'm sure there's a lot of options though. When I Endstone mine, I make around 31 to 32 million an hour. If you use a lower setup, it will obviously be probably around 15, 20, maybe 25, depending on what you change. And just to prove Endstone mining is actually good, this is my Endstone collection. I have over 1 billion Endstone, and if anyone cares, my placement on Endstone is number 16. I haven't mined Endstone in probably about a month, and my placement is still placement 16. So as you can see, I've done a lot of Endstone mining. Okay, now I just want to talk a little bit about my uploading schedule. Recently, I've been uploading about 1 video a day for the past 2, maybe 2.5 weeks or so. I'm not going to be able to carry on doing that. The reason for that is because in my videos, I have a lot of progression made at once. That is how I like to keep those videos. I'm not saying I'm going to go back to how it was before and not upload for a while and then upload all at once again. I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to do something where I don't upload for a week, and in that week that I'm not uploading, I'm just pure recording, and then the week after I will upload. That's probably what my uploading schedule is going to look like. I'm not completely sure what I'm going to do yet, but that's probably what it's going to be about. Just give me some time to make some progression and I'll just upload whenever I have a video ready. But I recently got a good PC and now I can edit videos very fast. I can render videos very fast. And honestly, it just seems like it's all coming together. So yeah, I don't know. That's enough yapping. This is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.